Yo, what is up, guys? It's Bozuku. Today I'm going to show you how to make some super saucy R&B vocals. There is going to be a link to this down below, as well as a link to a free rap preset. Make sure you check that out. So yeah, let's get into it. So this particular template is based off of a Rod Wave remix that I did like a year and a half ago or something, to Girl of My Dreams. So that's kind of the vibe we're going for. It's kind of reverby, just like smooth, saucy, kind of spacey, smooth R&B vocals. So whomever your favorite R&B artist is, this will get you one step closer perhaps to sounding like them. So I'll go ahead and let you hear a little bit of it, just a little bit of him and then a little bit of my vocals.
She looks like the girl of mine.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby, I don't wanna know. But I wanna let the world know about you. I could put you on a bike, PCH and we could roll. Baby, hold on tight, I won't never let you go. I'ma give my heart to you. I'ma give my heart to you.
So that gives you pretty much the idea. We're gonna have a lead vocal, and we're also gonna do ad-libs and a quick little delay layer, and I will show you guys how I got there for both of those. All right, so I will solo out this vocal, and I'll play it for you with everything on it, and then we'll go ahead and take everything off of it.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow.
All right, and then let's go ahead and just make it dry, and I'll show you guys exactly how I got there. Play you the dry vocal. This is where we started. Again, this was like almost 2 years ago, and I hopefully have gotten a little better at singing, so don't be too tough, but it all, as you can see, will get nice and cleaned up.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby, I don't wanna know.
Cool, so that is the dry vocal. Let's go ahead and get into it. First thing I did, pretty much as always, is I threw on Wave's tune. Okay, when you pull this up, the most important thing you need to do is make sure that you have your auto tune in the right key. Yeah, I used to use a little piano app on my phone for this. Now I use auto key, which is one of Auto-Tune or Ontaris Auto-Tune's tools. But if you don't have any of those, I'll drop a link to a free online tool that I've used a bunch and is super good, and that is pretty accurate on getting the key. So that's what I would recommend. You go ahead and hit the drop down. If it is in minor, if your key's in minor, go ahead and just put it in natural minor. The other thing is when you see this go, you'll see little purple keys pop up. That's just where your vocal range is, so you can click these buttons down here and kind of dial the auto tune into your range. And then this is the only other knob we messed with. 8's actually pretty auto-tuned. I probably could have gone less. Let's hear it.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time.
So already, cool. That sounds great. I'm happy with it. Probably could pull it up a little bit more. I would recommend probably honestly from like 10 to like 25. If you could sing better, you could go higher. But yeah, so let's put it around 12.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running.
Cool, I'm happy with that. Auto-tune done. Next thing we're gonna do is add a de-esser. This is the Waves de-esser. What I recommend doing is going up to here, go to factory settings. If you're a guy, I would do male S. And if you're a woman, I would do female S. And that gives you pretty much the starting point I use. And then you can see as I record this slider, the area next to it will get colored, and you kind of see the levels. You just want to tame off a little bit of that.
Like the girl of my dreams, I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time.
I'll play it before and after. And do keep in mind, normally I honestly have this around like 25, and I only catch the top. But in this case, kind of using that de-esser a lot more can help smooth out those vocals so they're not as harsh. So I went ahead and did that, and then we'll kind of bring back that crispiness later.
The girl of my dreams, I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby, I don't wanna know.
So it kind of dulls it out a little bit, but like I said, we'll bring that back and it will result in a nice smooth vocal. Next thing we did is add the EQ. Let me pull it up. This is the REQ 6. I'll play it without it and then I'll add it and you guys can hear the difference.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby, I don't wanna know.
So as you can see, huge difference. Took out a lot of the low ends. And as you can see, these are my settings. So you could technically go ahead and copy these if you wanted to. Boom. Right, and that's the EQ. Really just doing reductive. We didn't boost any frequencies. So the next thing, we went ahead and added the R compressor. Okay, you can go ahead and copy these settings. These are the general settings I normally always have. I pretty much always use the R comp as my first compressor in a chain. And pretty much anytime I do that, these are going to be my settings. So you can go ahead and copy them. Yeah. And then I'll play without and with.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
So I think it glitched there a little bit, but and I'll play it again. But what the compressor is doing is pretty much we're using the threshold to bring down the highs. So anything over that threshold will be brought down, and then we're using the gain to lift it back up. So we're taking these waveforms, these really loud and really quiet parts of our voice, and we're pretty much just making them all the same volume. Let's hear it again.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
So you might be able to hear that. We're gonna add another one in just a second, but that's the first compressor that we used on this chain. Second one is gonna be the CLA2A. This is probably my favorite compressor ever. These are the settings we got. We got about 54 gain and 90 reduction. This is pretty slammed, man. Like a lot of music is pretty slammed, just meaning like very compressed. So you'll see this knob's like staying pretty high when we turn this on, and you'll hear the difference as well. It's doing the same thing. It's just kind of making our loud parts and our quiet parts, just compressing them to being the same.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know. But I wanna let the world.
So as you can see, you can hear the compression happening a lot better with this compressor. It's a much bigger difference, and you can also see we use that gain to actually bring in a little bit more volume. Next thing we went ahead and added is this Manny M Triple D. So I really like these Manny M plugins. You'll see I used a couple of them in these chains. I think they're just really easy to use. They're all mainly knobs, so I think you can get deals on these on Wave, so I'd recommend checking those out because I do use them a lot. And I'll go ahead and show you guys what this is doing. And the only thing we really added here is this de-harsher. So pretty much like smoothing out the harshness of the voice. So anything that would maybe hurt your ears a little bit more.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow. Running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
So it's a bit of a softer sound, as you can hear. We got the frequency all the way down, and we have the harshness at about -19. The next thing we did is just add a little delay using the H delay. Super awesome plugin. All right, we did a half delay, and we took out some of these high pass frequencies down here. The feedback is 5, so it's pretty minimal. I didn't want it to be like too much. And then I have the dry wet. It is 8 dry. I'm sorry. It is 8 wet. So pretty low amount. Like I said, it's just a pretty background delay, but I'll let you guys hear it.
You look like the girl.
So that's without. It doesn't echo at all when I stop it.
You look like the girl.
And you kind of hear that. And I think that just kind of like smooths it out. Delays kind of like add nice transitions, I feel, in spaces. So for like really smooth vocals, or pretty much all my vocals, I really like to add a delay, personally. All right, all that's left to do is our buses. All the bus is doing is taking what's in this column, and we can slowly add it into our chain. And this column, I mean the bus over here. So instead of just slapping a plugin on, it allows you to adjust how much of that plugin is being sent to our chain. All right, so our first bus is bus 2. I don't know what happened, but it's not 1, it is 2. I have it it's at -17.8. And our first bus is this Manny M reverb. Super awesome reverb. I love all the Manny plugins, like I said. I would recommend picking them up if you can. But you could also use any other reverb and just have a similar time, or a similar plate reverb and have a similar time. So the settings for this are plate medium. My time is 112%. My pre-delay is 200. I believe that's equivalent for this song to like an 8th delay or a 16th delay. So let's hear it with and without that one. without.
I don't wanna.
So we have that delay, but we don't really have reverb. It's not like as spacey, so we'll hear it with.
Take it slow, running out of.
So you hear that, not the echo, but actually the reverb. So sweet, that's our kind of our longer reverb, I believe. And then bus 3 is another reverb. I normally use 2 reverbs on my songs. Second one is also a plate. We went ahead and EQ'd out some of the lows so that it just separates itself from the vocal a bit more. And then you can go ahead and copy these settings down here. And we'll hear this one add in a little bit more reverb. So this is without the second reverb.
Time, baby, I don't.
Cool. And then with.
Running out of time, baby.
So you should hear a little bit more reverb. I'll do it one more time. And like I said, that reverb is just kind of like sounding like you're in a big room.
Dreams, I don't wanna take it.
And then with.
Slow, running out of time, baby.
So just a little bit bigger. And then the last send that we have is the doubler. This is the doubler 4, but I am only using 2 of them. So if you just had the doubler 2, you'd be fine. And you go ahead and look at these settings. They're both at -6. One has a pre-delay and then they're panned opposites. So yeah, look at this, copy that down. And then I have it added to -18. And I'm sorry, the other ones are about -18, -24. And our third bus, which is in this case bus 4, is also at -18 or -18.5. Like I said, that's just a doubler. So let's hear it without that. That's just making like fake doubles of the voice. It kind of thickens it up a bit. So his voice is like really thick in it. And we added our own doubles too, which I'll talk about. So without.
The girl of my dreams.
And then with.
I don't wanna take it slow, running out of time, baby. I don't wanna.
And I'll just do it more drastically so you guys can really hear what it's doing.
Like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow, running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
So it's just kind of like fake double voices. And that is it. So that is it. So let's hear it with the song, and I'll even mute the ones below it by itself, and then I'll add in the dubs. And then I'll explain to you how I made the dubs.
You look like the girl of my dreams. I don't wanna take it slow, running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
So those doubles just thicken it up even more. Like I said, this is a very full vocal. Rod Wave's vocals are very full on the song, so I wanted to match that. And I do think it makes it more of like a smooth, vibey sound, as opposed to having like one crispier vocal that's cutting through, to kind of be like more immersed in the vocal. So the way we made it extra thick was by adding 2 dubs. So we just recorded 2 more takes of the song, pan one left, pan one right, and then I brought them down to -13. You can have them higher if you want.
I don't wanna take it slow, running out of time, baby. I don't wanna know.
The higher that you bring them up, it's much more of like a chorus. It's like hearing like more of a chorus singing. It's just more voices. So if you want to go bigger and bigger and bigger sounding songs, you add more layers. So in this case, just the 2, and they're pretty tucked. I just wanted to make it a little bit of a thicker vocal, and that's it. So like I said, we pulled those down. Only other thing I have is the ad-lib layer. Okay, so for the ad-lib layer, we did a couple more things. First, we added this layer right here. This is the Manny M delay. And what this is just kind of adding two delays that are slightly apart from each other. So it just kind of gives it this thicker sounding feel. So as you can see, these are the settings. I have it on Vox DYL width. So it's pretty much a 1/32 and a 1/64 delay. So let's hear it without and then with. You can just copy those settings. I believe it's the stock preset that they have.
I don't take it slow.
Cool. And then with.
I don't take it slow.
Cool. So much more over here on the sides, as opposed to down the middle of the mix. So I think it sounds really good. I'll play it with the song, and you guys can hear that.
My dreams, I don't wanna take it slow, running.
And they're pretty tucked, man. You can honestly barely hear them. The main ones you can hear over here. So let me play those.
Never let you go.
So that extra lets you go. And then I got some yas over here. So any ad-libs you want to put them on a layer like this. It'll kind of separate it from the vocals. Of course, you could turn them up if you wanted people to hear them more.
Baby, hold on tight, I won't never let you go. I won't let you go. I'ma give my heart to you.
But in this case, we're going to keep them pretty tucked. I don't know what I had it at, but we'll keep it at like -10. And then, yeah. And then I also had a delay layer. Oh, I'm sorry. We had it one more over here. We had, oh yeah, some parallel compression on this too. Okay, so the parallel compression, all it is pretty much I'm adding another compressor and I'm putting it on a send, so I'm controlling how much is being sent to our chain, but I'm cutting out a little bit of the low ends. So it's kind of just like making the vocal extra crispy. So let's hear it. Or actually, let me show you. So I just cut out not that much, but just a little bit of the low ends. Then the compressor I have is this CLA 7.6. So you can take a look at these settings right here. So let's listen without and then with. I'm sorry, and I have that sent in at 19. Now let me solo it.
I won't let you go.
And then without.
I won't let you go.
So if I turn it all the way up, it's going to be extra crispy.
I'll take it slow.
And if I turn it off, you'll hear that it loses some of that crispiness.
I don't take it slow.
And with.
Take it slow.
So for the delay, all I did was I added a little bit more reverb down here on the third reverb, and then in H delay. Oh shoot! So I had that messed up, but pretty much it should be like almost all wet, or all wet if you want it. Doesn't really matter. It'll give you a similar sound. Just adding that delay, and you guys will hear it. It's pretty much just I just pulled down one of these takes, and I put it as my delay. So let's hear it. So that's it, man. Just one delay, but you could do more throughout your song if you thought it made more sense. And then yeah, that is the entire template.
I'ma give my heart to you. I'ma give my heart to you. I'm here, you don't notice. Life's been out of focus. Every single song about you, I swear that I wrote it.
Cool, that is it. And then actually, the last little thing I did, quick little master. Just put on Vitamin S Mastering 3, and then you could look at these settings down here too if they weren't exactly how yours loaded up. And then I have the L3, that's just giving it some volume, so I'll play it without and with those, and that's just like a basic mastering chain that actually sounds pretty damn good.
I'm here, you don't notice. Life's been out of focus. Every single song about you, I swear that.
Cool, so that is just a basic master. So that is pretty much the video, guys. Like I said, you can copy all of those settings, or I'll have a link to pretty much this exact template, just a little bit less cluttered, for you guys to download as well. If you just want to pull it right up and go ahead and work on it like that and you don't feel like setting them up. But yeah, let's listen to it, and maybe I'll do a little freestyle. Maybe I'll freestyle these last bars right here. It's
song about you, I swear that I wrote it.
Let's see.
Grab the gun and load it. Blow my brains, cause my heart's already.
Hold up, I gotta get on a layer. Alright.
Grab the gun and load it.
Yeah.
Blow my brains, cause my heart's already broken.
Damn girl, shawty told me that she love me. Why she blow me in my brains? I said, baby, do you love me, or are you always the same? I said, why you always acting the same, girl? You acting the same, girl. That's it, that's all I got.
You know what, let's drag a little bit of this beat out and do a little bit. Alright, here we go. Freestyle, here we go.
Grab the gun and load it. Blow my brains, cause my heart's already broken.
Damn girl, how'd you do it like that? Why'd you always blow my brains when you made me too sad? Said, baby, don't you love me? Would you ever let me down? I said, baby, I still love you. I won't let you leave this town without you knowing. And baby, I'm going. And everybody told me it's not love if I don't know how I'm flowing or how I'm feeling. Damn, baby, now it's glitching in my ears.
Okay, guys, so other than that, the video is concluded. The link to this will be in the description. Also, the link to a pretty cool free rap preset that I made and I did the last video on will also be linked down there. So check that out. Any feedback on it's greatly appreciated. I just started doing this, so I would love to hear what anybody thinks. Yeah, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I hear that is good for the algorithm, so anything helps. And yeah, thank you guys so much. It's Bozuku. Peace.